All right, this morning, the next step in the trial of a former Uvalde CISD police officer. Closing arguments expected today.
Well, soon a jury will decide whether Adrian Gonzalez is guilty of endangering children in the shooting at Robb Elementary. 19 students and 2 teachers were killed.
Our Natalie Haddad is in our newsroom this morning, and a lot of people are very closely watching this trial, waiting to see what the jury decides and if anything is tipped in these closing arguments.
Absolutely, and what comes of this trial may be an indicator of what happens if there is another school shooting. The last 2 weeks of testimony have been hard for families reliving the shooting and for jurors hearing those details for the first time. Now the focus narrows to the first critical moments and whether former school officer Adrian Gonzalez should be held responsible for what happened or what didn't happen, and soon the jury could have an answer. Gonzalez faces 29 counts of child endangerment. Prosecutors say he failed to act quickly enough to stop the shooter. Each count carries a possible sentence of up to 2 years in prison. Tuesday was a tense day in court, with final witnesses taking the stand. Defense attorneys focused heavily on intent, arguing Gonzalez moved toward danger, not away from it. They also compared his actions to other officers on scene, questioning whether split-second decisions should now be judged as criminal. Prosecutors pushed back, going back to one key question: what are officers trained to do when lives are on the line? Families in the courtroom also took issue with the defense's final witness, pushing back on the idea that Adrian Gonzalez acted heroically that day.
Referred to Mr. Gonzalez as some kind of hero, but that hero lacked courage. The real people that had the courage, that they were those children and those teachers, right, that did everything that they were supposed to do. So it doesn't matter how you paint somebody, there's something missing out of that picture, and that's that courage.
This morning brings us to a turning point. Closing arguments get underway, and in just a few hours, this case will be in the hands of the jury. Mark?
Okay, Natalie, appreciate the update this morning. And of course, you can get live gavel-to-gavel coverage of those closing arguments streaming from start to finish on WFAA Plus. It all begins at 8:30 this morning.